Hello there, speed duelists. Welcome back to another tournament match review. Today we are doing the top 4 and finals of the single day qualifier that was held earlier today. So these tournaments are an excellent chance to just quickly earn some points for the Speed Duel World Championship leaderboard. There's not too many tournaments left, so if you still want to secure your place for the World Championship coming later this year, you gotta enter one of these upcoming tournaments. Anyway, first match of the top 4 is going to be Jazz Hands versus Jack Kyomo. And Jazz Hands, as you can see, is on the Macrocosmos Professor of Alchemy deck, while Jack Kyomo is on Cyber Angels. Very nice, quote unquote, to see Cyber Angels return after their buff from the Forbidden Limited list. Anyway, we are going to see Sonic Bird being normal summoned, then bent and tributed for Ida 10, and that searches out both a ritual spell and a Senju for follow-up. Jazz Hands has an excellent opening hand. It's gonna start by setting a few cards. Yep. Rota for the Destroyer. Gonna summon out the Survivor. Run over the Sonic Bird, so that gets rid of some tribute fodder. And here we are going to see in the draw phase immediately sniping that Macrocosmos. Jack Kyomo is going to normal summon the Senju, gonna search out another Ida 10, and activates the Machine Angel Ritual, tributing the 2 Ida 10 for the Izana. This ritual spell is banished, I believe. That might matter. Probably not. Yeah, both Ida 10s activating. Izana is gonna force Jazz Hand to send. To this, the grand convergence is changed. So okay, it was a chaining 1 Ida 10, chaining 2 Ida 10, chaining 3 Izana, chaining 4 grand convergence. Okay, the other ritual spell is going to be protected, or rather is going to be banished to protect the Izana. Am I missing something? Yeah, the grand convergence was not chained. Okay, it looked like it was chained, but yeah, then Jazz Hands would just lose because of this direct attack. So these two attacks are going to resolve, and Jazz Hands is still, still hitting 0. Let's head into game number 2. And we see Jack Kyomo bringing in double Cyclone, I presume from the side deck, but no ritual monsters. Okay, going to use the skill. Yeah, this does let you pitch a spell to search the ritual spell or a Cyber Angel monster. So yeah, next turn we are going to see some Cyber Angel action, but Jazz Hands unfortunately starting off the duel without Macrocosmos. That was going to be the silver bullet, I believe, against this deck. Going to bring out the DD Survivor, activating Swords. Okay, trying to be safe, but as we see here, that is not at all going to matter. Senju being summoned, that's going to search out Ida 10, and yeah, activating the ritual spell, chaining double Cyclone, that is going to take out the Swords. Yeah, tributing double Ida 10 for the Izana. Izana is going to force the opponent to send, so Jazz Hands has to send his Grand Convergence yet again. And yeah, Izana can just attack twice, right? Yeah, when it sends a monster to the graveyard, can make a second attack with those 4,500 attack points. Yeah, Jazz Hands is eliminated from the tournament. Next one, we're going to see Username versus Theo. Theo, an older player returning to the format. Nice to see that. Speed Duel is thriving, quote unquote. He is on a vanilla monster deck, so that is very cool, with the Bakura skill Into the Darkness below, and Username is on a Battle City Bestie Gear Feed without the stun cards. So we are going to see which come out that is going to attack it directly. And Theo is going to summon Opticlops, a big vanilla beatstick. It's gonna try to run over Witch, but Sphere Kuribo is gonna prevent that from happening. And Username with the Freed, the matchless general, negate any spells that target it and destroy that. And during the draw phase, instead of drawing, you can search for a low-level warrior. We do see that Theo has the Shrink, which is not going to be able to counter the Freed. Let's see how this duel unfolds. Witch is going to search for Joker's Knight. That is immediately going to hit the field. Ah, no, it cannot activate because of the errata on Witch. So, yeah, that is not going to hit the field. Theo just setting all the back row. And now we are gonna see Joker's Knight come down, right? Yeah, sending the king to special summon itself. Normal summon, whereas Gearfried's gonna try to get in, but Wall of Disruption. Yeah, this super powerful limit 3 card is gonna turn the attack of all these monsters to 0. So, very awkward situation for Username, who is gonna tribute the 0 attack Freed for Joker's Knight, but that is gonna get stopped by the Sphere Kuribo. Theo's turn, and he's gonna drop the Lava Golem by tributing 2 monsters, so that does put Username on some sort of a clock, but yeah, the Lava Golem clock doesn't matter versus Joker's Knight decks because they can just tribute summon the Joker's Knight over the Lava Golem. Is that what Username is gonna do here? Yes, indeed. Joker's Knight trying to get in. It's gonna be successful. And these back rows are not stopping it. We do see that there's another Sphere Kuribo in the hand. And that is going to be activated. Letting Username draw another card. And Theo draws La Jin. The Playground Classic. And is gonna trigger the skill. Activate the skill during the main phase. Once per turn you can discard a normal Fiend monster, so his deck is full of that, which lets you draw a card and then the skill flips face down. Or if you have 4 or more Fiend monsters, normal monsters with different names in the graveyards, you add any monster from your deck to your hand. Very interesting. Yep. So discarding 1 to draw 1. Drawing the Archfiend Soldier. Man, all of these cards were in my deck when I was like 13. Very cool to see. Dark Factory of Mass Production. Yeah, getting a straight +1. And Archfiend Soldier is going to try to get in, but negate the attack. Negate the attack is going to negate the attack. Gonna try to get in with Joker's Knight, but Shrink. Shrink is going to cut the Joker's Knight in half. But yeah, Blast to Chain is going to be activated. Blast to Chain is going to be activated. Not entirely sure what the chain was there. But yeah, seems like Joker's Knight was somehow on 2000. Yeah, that's what the players are agreeing on. Theo again using his skill, discarding Lajin. Then using Dust. Opticlops is going to try to attack over the Joker's Knight, and that is going to be successful. Okay, Username with a lot of cards in hand. Summoning the Gearfrieds, yeah. Still in the main phase, gonna snipe the new back row and use Waboku. Okay, so there is another turn for Theo, but he draws the Jar of Greed. Man, I don't think it's right to play that in a deck like this. We are gonna see Username try to attack for game, and yeah, it is going to be successful. Yeah, Blast with Chain, is that mandatory? Yep, it has to destroy 1 card on the field, so it is just going to destroy the Kunai with Chain, and then Joker's Knight can attack for game. So a very hard fought game number 1, eventually going to Username. Going to start off game 2 by setting. Theo is gonna pitch Zure, Knight of the Dark World, normal summon Opticlops, and that can attack over the Witch. Blade goes to username, who is going to special summon Joker's Knight. Yeah, that is fine. Normal summon Gearfried. Gearfried is going to attack the Opticlops. Kunai with Chain is activated and Gearfried is gonna pop the back row, but it's Waking the Dragon, the funny card. So Waking is going to special summon the Arcana Night Joker, and this is gonna be tricky for username to get rid of. Blast with Chain gonna try to pop the Joker, the Arcana Night Joker, but Arcana Night Joker can discard a card of the same type to negate anything that targets him. So Theo now getting over that. Gearfried getting in a nice bit of damage. And now it's username who has to try to find an out. Tributing over the Joker's Knight, which is going to be added right back to the hand in the end phase. And we see that there's no other monsters drawn for Theo. So username gonna special summon the Joker's Knight yet again in attack position, so probably bluffing something. But Theo is gonna go for the face down monster, and Kunai with Chain is gonna switch the Arcana Knight Joker to defense. This doesn't target, right? It does target, so yeah, maybe these two Justy Breaks were expendable and could have been discarded to negate. But, anyway, let's see which being tributed for the second Joker's Knight. Yeah, there's probably only one King's Knight in the deck, so couldn't be special summoned anyway. Joker's Knight is gonna try to attack over the big brother Arcana Night Joker, but Dust Tornado takes out the Kunai with Chain. So Joker's Knight is on lower attack. Theo is going to discard the Opticlops instead of summoning it as a Beatstick, but he draws a Sphere Kuriboh for it, so that's pretty nice. Although, yeah, username, yeah, finally drawing a new out to the Arcana Night Joker. Theo is going to discard Lajin, but maybe you'd want to keep it at this point, right? Because you do have the two Justy Breaks. So you might want to have a vanilla to make them live. Username thinking he could make a big push and get over the Arcana Night Joker. Is he going to go for that? Kunai with Chain, gonna switch it to defense. Again, maybe should have discarded one of those Justy Breaks. He has 3 of them and they're not doing anything. Joker's Knight gonna try to attack Arcana Night Joker, but Wall of Disruption is gonna put the attack points very, very low. So username left with 300 life points. And man, you would think 300 life points, you just pop the Lava Golem on there and go for game, but no, Theo wants to do things the honorable way and attack over for game, but yeah. Gearfried is drawn, summoned, gonna try to attack. There is a Blast with Chain, but that is going to be negated by the Trap Jammer. Trap Jammer. Theo's deck is basically all the cards that I played when I was super young. Unfortunately, Theo had to forfeit this match. He had to go. Life gets in the way, I guess, but a very cool deck. I think it could have gone all the way, man. Although the finals versus Cyber Angels would have been a very tough one. Let's see how Jack Kiyomu manages it versus username. Let's see those hands. Because I think neither player here would think this is a good matchup, this is an easy matchup. Jack Kiyomu starting off with Senju, gonna, you know, the classic Iraten Benten. So, yeah. So Ida 10 searches out the ritual spell, and the Ben 10 searches out another copy of Senju. That's the correct resolution of that. Username, pretty decent opening hand, although no Red Eyes Gearfried. That hurts, that hurts. Gonna commit the full back row. Joker's Knight gonna attack over the Senju. Jack is going to use the ritual spell to protect. That is not an activating effect, so there will be no draw for Bestie if I'm not mistaken. Ah yeah, and Jack immediately calling that out. Gonna put it back on top. And I think we might be seeing a big play here. Senju is gonna search for Ida 10. The skill is gonna pitch Double Cyclone, search for Izana. Jack activates the Machine Inj Ritual, tributes Ida 10 and Senju for the Izana. So username is going to be forced to send the back row, and it's going to be the Blast with Chain. Normally a very powerful card to have, but yeah. Username is going to use Negate Attack. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Searches that Sphere Grebo by tributing the Witch of Black Forest for the Freed. Okay, Joker's Knight gets over the Senju, but this Izana, she's a big girl, gonna be tough to get over that. Sphere Grebo could help, there's still such a high defense. And Ida 10 is gonna attack over the Joker's Knight, and yeah, no, she does not have an extra effect on the field. Joker's Knight just returns to the hands, and username now drawing the Gearfried, but that might be too little too late. The Joker is gonna come down, not summoning the Gearfrieds. Yeah, now we see Freed trying to attack over the Ida 10, and in the damage step Kunai with Chain is activated, so the Freed barely gets over it. But yeah, Ritual Spell protects. I think Jack is going for the kill here. Sonic Bird's searching out another Ritual Spell. And we see the Izana attacking over the Freed. Izana can attack again. And yeah, that is indeed the game. So first game goes to Jack Yomu on Cyber Angels. And oh, username has a terrible opening hand. Nothing but chains. If he draws like a Red Eyes Gearfried, he's all set, right? We see Ida 10 and Ben 10 resolving. The searched out Senju is gonna get normal summoned. And username, the King's Knight, drawing the King's Knight, terrible, terrible. Should have been a Gearfried. Should have been a Gearfried, unfortunately. Jack Yomu is gonna let the Senju die. Yeah, could have protected, but that would have been too strong of a play. Another Senju is summoned. It's gonna search out the Izana, and Izana will be coming out with 3,500 attack points, and username sends their Kunai with Chain to the graveyard. Yeah, there is another Kunai with Chain, but yeah, it's not going to be enough to let the King's Knight survive here. So unless username has like an amazing draw, Lost Wind, yeah, it's over, and Jack Yomu is the winner of this single day qualifier. I was Ryan Atlas, thank you for watching, make sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't also already. Bye!